The boys. Hmm. Next week's gonna be. I'm anticipating great price action. I'm gonna have a lot of regular protocols, except Thursday. Thursday's no trade day. So, boys, happy New Year's. So let's start with let me wait for people to join up. Friday trade day. I mean, you can trade it. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a safety protocol for me, but I'll be live. So happy New Year's. Happy New Year's, Camelot. Appreciate you. Are you trading tomorrow? Not on my live account, not on my main fundeds, but I'll trade one of my fundeds tomorrow, yeah. Are we gonna find an opportunity? I don't know, maybe a little bit unlikely, but I'm still sick, but a lot better. Like my cough, you can even hear me talk. Like before I cough every time I talk. QT. Um, what do I think about it? I don't use it. Do I think someone else can use it and be profitable? Yeah, I think you can trade dolphins and be profitable. If you use it and you like it, it's good that you found something to be consistent with, right? That's all that matters. The part that matters isn't the strategy. It's the risk management that you develop around the strategy, right? The important part is to have a consistent strategy. Otherwise, you can't develop good risk management skills. You see, then keep potentially continuing down. Do the same on the chart. We'll cover the monthly/weekly plan. Um, we'll see. I don't necessarily think we're bearish. I know how it closed, but dollar index kind of telling me otherwise. So we will see. We got a lot of levels to mark out. So let's mark out all those levels. And then we can do whatever you guys want. We can backtest, we can do Q&A. If you guys have any questions, you have an account that you're struggling with, you don't know what to do, there's a specific asset you want me to cover. This is genuinely for you guys. You know, I'm not taking the first day of the year off. Hell no. I was thinking about it. I was like, should I just not stream? Hell no. Taking the first day of the year off. Starting week, in my opinion. So anything you guys want me to cover, yeah, we can do backtest if there's no more questions. We can do backtest plus questions. Although for the backtest, guys, I highly recommend you watch my most recent YouTube series where I backtest my entire model. Like you guys see every single trade. You're gonna see losses. You're gonna see a lot of losses. You're gonna see a lot of wins. You're gonna see small losses and big wins. And you're gonna see what, in my opinion, real trading looks like. A lot of people don't show. This is backtesting? No, this is me charting up. Okay. Someone said, I have a question. Is it worth getting the 1 year Trade Pro plan to backtest? Yeah. If you plan to use it, like I got the yearly plan, you'll be saving money, you know? So this is what you do, Tino. If you can afford it, you get it. You get to 20% off. So it's not that it's not as expensive. And you file that shit as a tax claim for 2026, bro. You know, you just pay it one time fee, download the invoice, and it'll help you in 2026, you know? Um you could do the monthly and then see if you like it, but like you're gonna like it, you know? You're gonna like it. I've okay. Someone said I passed my first evaluation. I used to risk 0.25 per trade, but after going to 1%, I passed my first eval. You think recommend going? Yes. Okay. Let's make one thing clear. What's good, boys? To the person who asked about evals, this will probably pertain to a lot of people. Some people feel that when they risk 1%, that means that if they go on a win streak, they can get a payout. I can talk about taxes too. If you go on a win streak, you get a payout, or you pass an account, whatever. Because you're risking 1%, so you just need a couple of wins. And that's fine. If you want to risk 1%, just understand that if you lose streak, you're gonna blow the account. And if you win streak, you're gonna get a payout. If you're comfortable with that strategy, because you're gonna be going through a lot of accounts, right? Because if you lose one or two trades, you're gonna be in deep drawdown, right? But if you win a couple, you're gonna be close to payout. So if you want to go that route where you're going through accounts quickly, but every time you win streak, you get paid, and every time you lose streak, you blow the account, you can do that. I personally don't like that because I hate doing evals. So what I do is I risk aggressive on the evals, say 1%, and then I drop my risk to funded 0.25. And I'd rather, if I lose on if I lose on the funded, it's not that it doesn't take a toll on me. So that's my advice on that. Can you do XRP? I'm gonna be honest. I can show you the XRP chart, but it's not gonna mean much. Like I don't even want to give you my opinion because it's probably awful. Like I genuinely don't know what's gonna happen. How would you trade a 50K combine? I would risk $500 per trade. If I was serious, like if someone told me, yo, you gotta pass this account in 1 month, I'd risk $500 per trade. Not 1 month, like ideally 2 to 3 weeks max. If you have questions on taxes, you guys can feel free to ask. I bought 5 Lucid Flex evals. How should I trade them? Like all together or split? I don't have any fundeds. Do not trade them all together. If you don't have any payouts, don't be why you copy trading? What's going on? Don't be skipping steps. Don't skip steps so you get big payouts and big money. The goal isn't even to get paid. The goal is to get to a level where you can make money more than you lose money consistently. So, in my opinion, based on your question, you probably maybe have not made more than you lost in trading, or you're maybe neutral. So I think your mindset in the question you asked is just wrong to begin with. You're thinking, how can I make the money? When you should be thinking, how can I get the improvement and the skills that I need to make more than I lose? So you have 5 accounts. Don't copy trade them. You don't even know if you have the skills yet. You get me? Like, how do you know you have what it takes to, you get what I'm saying? So I would do them one by one. I would risk, you could even risk 2% per trade. Or risk 1%. 1% per trade. Go aggressive and see if you can pass multiple. If you don't have the cash, you can do free trials and cancel. Gatie, any strategy could work if you use good risk. I truly, personally believe so. You can literally trade any strategy. Does Hammy copy trade you? Not anymore. He used to though. I got payouts. I tried to copy trade, but blew the account. So trying to learn from that. I mean, don't blame the copy trading as for the reason you blew the accounts, right? That's not what happened. Okay, let's read some TikTok questions. If I make profit of 2,100 and withdraw 1,000, that's just you have $1,000 left. Easy. How does 1099 look? How does a 1099 look? I don't have to fill a 1099. I'm assuming that's a tax paper. If you have any questions with taxes, let me know. Market's closed. Yeah, we're not trading, guys. What's the buy side? So the buy side up here is all-time highs, but we also have buy side up here, which is December high. I don't know if you guys can read that. I know it's a little bit thin, but that's the font that I like my charts for. So if you can't see the writing on the chart, I recommend you come over to the YouTube stream. You'll be able to see everything a little bit clearer. YouTube allows me to stream with better quality. So I'll quickly just make the annotations I want. I mean, there's nothing too impactful. These are the levels that are relevant to me. The main liquidity pools going into 2026. This is the daily chart. Yes, daily chart. You reckon when the market opens, the PA would be way better? So tomorrow, I don't expect anything great. Safety protocol for me tomorrow. But next week, first week of January, we have NFP week. Usually, NFP week's a great week, right? Monday is usually a great day on NFP week, and Friday is usually a great day. Tuesday and Wednesday, you get what you get. You know, not as it's not as consistent as Monday and Friday, but this is so we have over here the Nasdaq chart. I know you guys can't see, but you can tell from the scale. Oh, you guys on TikTok can't see the scale. It's annoying. Is Top Step worth it? If your goal is to get, listen. So this is why, if you want to choose Top Step, this is the reason you should choose them. The advantage to Top Step is there's no consistency rule, but you do have to build a buffer to request payout. So if you're the type of trader that wants to make a lot of money on the account, or sorry, feels comfortable, making a lot of wins on the account to request payout, then yeah, it's a great option because that's a good plan for you. But for a lot of people who don't have any payouts or not as many as they would want, it's not the best option for you because you have to make a lot of money in order to request. That's why I recommend alpha futures for most people with no payouts because you don't have to make a lot of money. You can make $600 and request a payout, right? So it's not much, but if you have zero, how can you can't be, you know, I guess can be choosers. I've never used my funded futures. No, they're not a bad firm though, so don't feel like because I didn't use them. There were just other firms that slightly, entailed better to me. What do you use to stream? I use OBS Studio for YouTube and TikTok Live Studio for TikTok. What do you think about Lucid? I think they're a great option. You just gotta know. So Lucid is another option similar to TopStep, but a little bit better in my opinion. Like overall, is it a stream key? No, I don't have a stream key. I just connected YouTube to OBS. That's for YouTube. And for TikTok, you just go live directly from the TikTok platform. Do you trade crypto? Not anymore. I honestly lost some money from like meme coins and shit, and I told myself I'd never go back. Why do you not use higher time frame FGs more often? I do use them very often. You probably just maybe didn't see me use them. Is the market still working? Today the market is closed. Alpha Futures is my favorite prop firm, personally. Right? Take Profit Trader. Yeah, I'm actually affiliated with Take Profit Trader too. I like Take Profit Trader, but let me make it clear. I don't like their eval rules and I don't like their funded rules. But they have a really good payout system if you can get to that level. It's not easy to get to that level. You have to follow live trailing drawdown and you have to get a buffer. And the eval is annoying because you need 5 trading days. So it's not ideal. But I have an account with them because if you can get to that part where you have a buffer, it's a great option. Are you just talking? We're going to be answering questions, marking up the chart, which I kind of already did, but I'll break it down why. And then we'll do some back tests if people want. I do have a discount code on TradeZella. Yeah, it's 20% off. First of all, Happy New Year's to you and everyone reading this, but quick question. Would you anticipate December high to get taken if the NFP week? In my opinion, it's more 50-50 right now. But I'm more anticipating NFP December highs because dollar index seems to be bearish right now. Dollar index has not flipped bullish yet. So I think dollar can take out lows and December highs. Yeah, I do. I think you can make a lot of money with Apex. Yep. Apex is a great option too. Apex is a great option too. If your goal is to get large payouts they're harder to get, but they're way larger and you can get uncapped, Apex is the firm for you. It's one of the best firms to scale with. It just depends. Why do I not recommend Apex over Alpha? Because most people don't have multiple payouts. Most people can't stick to the rules on Apex. It's harder to get a payout. There's no better or worse firm. They're all different. If you want to get 20 accounts and go for large payouts, you have to use Apex. There's no other firm like Apex. Apex is a great firm for that, right? But if you have 0 payouts and you're like, I'm going to get 20 Apex accounts, come on, bro. You got to choose an easier option to start with. You got to bring some money in. It's a business. That's how I treat it. My personal top 3 picks for me, for my needs, is number 1, Alpha Futures. They give me easy payouts. Some months in the past, I didn't used to get a payout because I didn't get it to build a buffer. But Alpha, I've been getting payouts almost every month. These like in the last 6 months once I started trading with them, I almost got a payout every single month with them, right? Because it's easier. So I feel like I can guarantee make money with them, you know? So that's number one for me. No, I'm live on YouTube as well. I use the standard account. It's the easiest one, and you can request more money. Yes, there's an activation fee, but I don't care about activation fees like at all. I would rather very cheap eval and activation fees because I'm confident I can get a payout, so I don't care paying an activation fee. It's the evals where I don't want to burn my money, right? So that's number one. Number two for me is Take Profit Trader. This is for me, for my needs, right? Why is it Take Profit Trader? Because I think those daily payouts, although it's annoying to get to that level, they have a very good system. It's basically a live account, and I love my live account. So that's why I like Take Profit Trader. I don't like the rules, but because I have alpha, I can take my time on Take Profit Trader and not feel bad if I, fail to get the buffer. I can just go for that larger payout on Take Profit Trader. That's my goal. I do know JCap, yeah. And then number three, honestly, for me, like that's all I need. One firm to scale with, one firm for easy payouts. Number three, like I have Top Step accounts right now. Just because when I got them there was no discount. But let's say hypothetically I had no Top Step accounts, I would just go with whoever has the best discount. Lucid, I would pick between Top Step, Lucid, maybe I would try Tradeify. I don't even know their rules. Um, it would probably be Lucid or Top Step. I like that system with the no consistency rule. I feel like having one account with no consistency rule is nice. Or Apex. If Apex has 90% off, just cop 5 accounts real quick. And yeah, while you on the charts, we're just talking. I use a standard account. Do you support resistance? No, I do trade ICT's concepts. My fund of futures is a great option. Just there's no real perk for me. I want those niche. Like I feel like my fund of futures is good overall. I want those niche ones. How much do you risk on your alpha futures accounts? I risk 0.25. So I have 100Ks now. So we're gonna upsize this year to 100Ks. I'll be risking $200 per trade. $200 per trade. On a 100K account, I'm gonna be risking $200 per trade. My maximum loss limit for the day is gonna be $400. 450 to give myself a little bit of room. Can you connect your TradingView to TradeZella to carry over saves, the tools, and stuff? You mean when you're backtesting to set up all the stuff? No, you can't do that. But TradingView is inside TradeZella. So when you go to TradeZella, you can set up all your stuff so it saves for every single time you go in. So like I'll show you my TradeZella real quick. Now honestly, I haven't really taken the time to set it up, but you'll see TradingView inside here. You'll see all the it's literally TradingView inside. So you can save, right? Like you can save. Wait, I don't want to spoil. Don't look at the P&L. It's gonna spoil the series. Like you can save the tools, right? And if I want to draw a box, you can save the templates just like that. So if you just do it one time, then you're good. You have all your stuff. Just take the time to do it once, and you get a clean backtesting session. Yep, $200 on 100K, exactly. Yeah. Some people will laugh, but it is what it is. Tradeify is a good option, yeah. Can you start trading without having a job? You can start, but it depends. Do you have expenses every month that you need to cover? Because you can't just be spending all your time on something that's not bringing in money. Micros. I trade micros. Gatie, I watched 2022 mentorship and core content. Should I still go on with more content or enough? That's not something I can answer. It depends on what you're trying to do. How long will it take Lucid to give me my own promo code? I don't know. I signed up. They gave it to me in like 30 minutes. Have I tried Lucid Flex? I think Lucid Flex is better than Top Step, especially with the discount. So the drawdown is 4,000. So I'll have 20 trades to blow my account. Keep in mind, I'll be copy trading 3 accounts. So I'll be risking $600 every single day. So if I hit one 2R trade, I made $1,200 on that account. I hit trades bigger than 2R sometimes. Market's closed, yes. How much Lucid with 50K promo? I have no idea. But if you want to support me, you can use my code Gatie and let me know. I think for first timers, it's 50% off. And if it's not first timer, it's 40%. I have better results trading live. At first, I had better results backtest, but that's because I couldn't really be consistent enough on live. Now my results are better on live stream because, well, maybe not on. No, yeah, I mean even on live stream, it's because I'm just way more locked in. And I do one stream for you. What does that even mean? You can go live, bro. You can't do it. You can't just go live for me. That would be very against what I'm trying to do. Yep, market's closed today. We're not trading. I'm about to buy 5K funded. What kind of risk manager can I use? My model gives me 2R. What's the drawdown that you have? Funded Next is a great option too. Yeah, Funded Next is a great option. I think Lucid is better, but it's a great option too. I have a payout with Funded Next. No complaints. Yeah, we're definitely locked in 2026. You want me to let you do a gambling stream? What's the plan behind risking $2 on 100Ks? What do you mean, what's the plan? Plan to risk 200 per trade max. I think Lucid's better. I think Lucid's better, yeah. Their rules are really good. Why is it I mean, why? What do you mean why? Pretty much guarantees I won't blow the account. Makes my chances of payout really successful. Makes it easier for me to build a payout. Makes it easier for me to pyramid into trades and catch big wins. Keep in mind, just because I'm risking 200, don't confuse that as me making $200 to $400 per trade. I can easily risk $200 and catch 5R, 6R, 7R, 8R with good pyramiding. So I don't need to risk more to make more. I just need to take good trades, and that's it. What's the logic behind 200? 20 trades. On eval, I'd risk 150. Now I may up it to 250. Given I may do 250. My original plan was 250, but I don't want to start the year with 250 because if I go on a lose streak to start the year, or like I take first couple losses, I don't want to be like tilted. So I don't want to risk 250 to start. Say I lose 2-3 trades in a row, and I'm like, I have to start with drawdown. I'd rather just risk 200 and build. Eventually, I'll probably risk 250, which is still really good. I mean, that's still 0.25%, right? So, if it was 6K, how much would you do? 300 to 350. No more than 400. 300 to 400. That's me. Favorite confluence is probably either just speed, like displacement, or intermarket analysis supporting the trade. What's your thoughts on Apex? Great firm. If you want to scale and get large payouts, it's the best firm. What I love about Lucid is the one-time payment and not the monthly subscription. Yeah, Lucid's really good. Although FundedX does that too. Someone said, any success entry models. If you want the most easy, simple model, Silver Bullet. It doesn't get easier than that. What's the best way to begin evals to live account process? Taking a break at the moment, but keen to go again. What's the best way? You mean live account as in like funded account? Market opens tomorrow. I risk 200 to 300 on 50K eval. Yep, that's fine for an eval. You could even go more if you wanted, but if that's what you're comfortable with. Market ain't open today, boss. Oh no. I was gonna make money today, bro. We're not trading, man. We're just talking. What's Silver Bullet? It's just one of ITT's models. So good. Say Silver Bullet model. All right, I'm gonna say it one time, and if you miss it, you're gonna have to go back. I'll tell you guys exactly what the Silver Bullet setup is. You have two windows in the New York session, from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. or from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. That's in Eastern time. Those are your two execution windows. The way you trade the Silver Bullet is step one, you need to find a clear narrative. Okay? So you have the time period before 10 a.m., so 9:30 to 10, you have 30 minutes to develop a clean picture of what's likely to happen. Are we going to run out of high? Are we going to go fill an imbalance? Are we going to consolidate? Are we going to take out previous day's high? Are we going to return to the opening range gap or new week opening gap? You got to figure out what is likely to happen. That's step one. Narrative prior to 10 a.m. Or if you don't have it by 10 a.m., then you wait. Okay, that's step one. Step two, you wait for price to trade into a fair value gap after 10 a.m. in the direction of your narrative. So if you said I'm bullish, that's step one. Step two, price trades into bullish fair value gap. That's it. That's the whole model right there. You're going to take an entry inside the fair value gap, inside the 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. hour, in the direction of your narrative. Now, when I trade silver bullet, I don't buy inside the fair value. It's pretty rare. I say 2 out of 10 trades I take, I buy the fair value. I wait for my protraction model. That's how I trade it. But how ICT taught it is you just buy the fair value gap. I mean, listen to him. He's yapping about nonsense. Thank you for watching the stream, brother. Should I set number of trades per day? You can set a max number of trades per day. You can set a maximum loss limit per day. You can set max number of losing trades. It's up to you. For me, I don't have a max number of trades, but I have a max number of loss. We can do some backtesting once the questions are done. Best prop firm to pass eval in 2 to 3 days with low activation fee. Alpha Zero, probably. Alpha Zero, you can pass in 1 day, and there's no activation fee, and the payout's easy. Happy New Year's. You said risk 550k eval. Unfunded? On 50k funded, I risk 150. I haven't looked at Tradeify's rules, to be honest. I know they upgraded, though. Alpha Futures still good? Of course. Listen, today's the last day for Alpha Futures 25% off. So, if you guys don't have an Alpha account and you wanted one, it's 25% off today. The last day is today. Yes, Alpha has consistency rules on the cheap accounts. The easy payout accounts. Alpha Zero code. Well, the code works on any Alpha account, so it doesn't have to be Alpha Zero. But yeah, it works on Alpha Zero. It's 25% off. Usually they do 10% off. Like that's the default 10% off if you use a code. Alpha payout rules. It's literally one rule: 40% consistency. It doesn't get easier than that. Literally the easiest. You don't need a buffer. You don't need a certain amount of money. You don't need any of that. Yes, Alpha Zero is what I would recommend for beginners. When I do my payout bootcamp, that's the firm I'm going to recommend to every single person who has zero payouts, and their next goal is to try to get a payout. Because 40% better than 15. The higher the consistency, the better, yes. Yo, what's up, Chris? You're busy? Want to reschedule or am I tripping? Oh, did I say 11 or 12? What's up, 2 Chains? I'm gonna get Alpha Advanced 50k today. Yep, you can go for that. If you want to go for large payouts, that's the firm. That's the account. Yeah, for Alpha. I'm making 4 figures. Yo, I just got a message from Funded Next. Oh yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there. 2 Chains. I trade futures. Um, yeah, 15% is impossible. If you have 15% consistency, that's almost impossible. I'll be honest. Market is not open. Oh no. Oh, is there a new day opening gap today? Yeah, I think Asia sessions should be live. I kill all the weekly progress in one day. What should I do? You have to figure out why you're doing that. You with Apex, how come no Top Step? I don't have Apex accounts. Not to put anything down on them. I love Apex. And Top Step's good. Yeah, I have Top Step accounts too. Did it let you log into Top Step? Should. Yep. Let me log in. Do people want to know? People want to know what? Is market open? No, market's closed. What do you recommend for Forex? FTMO or Alpha Capital Group? Is ICT Mastery Blueprint Model enough to learn ICT concepts, please? If you're completely brand new and you know nothing, what's good, Sid? No, it's not. It's not enough. I'll be honest. But if you watch a little bit of ICT and you want that extra clarification, like you didn't understand, but you watched, like 15 minutes is not going to teach you something. It's not enough to learn. Is it enough to build the foundation so you can start learning? Yeah, I would say it is. Is my wealth from referrals or trading? Both. Sometimes I don't get a payout every single month. So December I made more from trading. November it was about the same. October I didn't get any payouts. I made more from referrals. I'll be straight up. I'm making around 4 figures from referrals and payouts anywhere from 4 to 5. Advice for someone who is starting his first eval. I have my strategy and my risk management in check. Follow your strategy, bro. That's all the only advice you need. Perfect. Have you read any books? I've read many books. There's 6 books that I recommend. Although I haven't read them all, I know they're all good. My favorite book is Trading in the Zone. The silver bullet is entering off FU towards your narrative in the time window. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Are you a full-time trader? Yep. I haven't had a job the last 2 years. Although I didn't make much money my first year. Although I was still profitable, I didn't make that much. Tradeovate Project X platform for Alpha. I like the Project X. No, Ali Kennedy did not finance. Tradeovate Project X platform for Alpha futures. I like the Project X. You trading and just talking about trading. The market's closed, brother. Any advice with prop firms you prefer, Top Step or Lucid? Um, they're not too different. Like I'll be honest, it doesn't really matter. Um, doesn't really matter. What are the firms that still offer Project X? If I want more than just my alpha, I think Tradeify. Who makes more money, you or your brother? Definitely. I mean, we don't have to talk about that. I can show a payout. I don't know why everyone's stepping me to show a payout. I don't like talking about how much money I made, but that's the best way to do this would be email. What was your best month? December was good. I think my best month was September. Don't worry about my brother's finance. Why are you asking me how much money my brother makes, bro? Does Alpha Zero have activation fee? No. Markets are closed. We're not trading, guys. My problem is over trading. I don't know how to stop myself. You have to ask yourself what. Like, I'm a believer. Um, everyone asks me. They have an issue with psychology, but they don't. I'm a firm believer that when you have an issue with psychology, you have to figure out the root cause. Okay, you're over trading. Why? Because at the time you make that decision to overtrade, there's obviously something that's telling you, like, oh, I feel the need to take this trade again. Are you trying to rush making money back? Do you think that's the best decision? Like, you got to break it down, you know? um, hmm. Do you check YM and ES at the same time or opposing against? I wouldn't close manually every single time, but yeah. Backtesting anytime soon? Yep, we're gonna open up a backtest right now. What's your opinion on FTMO? Great firm. No activation fee. Do you have a brother? Yeah, I do have a brother. How did you start implementing the things you learned in the book? It's a mindset switch. Um, it's not going to be implementable really on the charts. Just a mindset switch. You start seeing things differently. The most you'll see that it implemented is in your journal. You start like reflecting on your trading differently. You're like, oh, like I took this trade and I closed early and then it stopped me out. And instead of saying, oh, why did I do that? Like, why did I close the trade early? No, but then you change your mindset to like, well, hold on. It's not a bad thing that I closed the trade early. How come you're not using partials? It's because I'm trading minis, and most of the trades are one or two contracts. Um, if I can get in more than one, we'll do it. But for now, there's not going to be much partialing going on. You are right, though. I did make the mistake with not enabling micros. I think I can add it in though, actually. TradeZilla or Forex replay for strictly back to TradeZilla is still better. Listen, take it from me. I've done thousands of backtests on each. TradeZilla is better. All right, let's do some backtests. We have 20 minutes and I have to go at 12. So let's do some backtests. I don't want to touch this because that's for the series. So I'll open it up. It's monthly, yeah. It's monthly. Oh, after evals, no. Once you pass, you're done. Let's just do a quick January week one backtest. It's not going to be so diligent, but we'll just get through it. Let's do 2023. I don't want to. You know what? Let's do 2025. Do it. I don't remember what happens. 3 days. Let's go from Monday. I'm just gonna make this simple as possible. Just show you guys some breakdown of thoughts and I'll just have a yeah. Market's closed, yeah, so I can't really no, you can write it out still. Um you can definitely still write it out. So I'm not gonna waste time changing all the stuff. We'll definitely remove this, but we'll just trade. It's kind of hurts my eyes, honest. Anyways, so always start on the daily chart. This is the 2020. This is Monday, December 30th, 2024, and I'd probably be bearish going into this week. Let me check out the dollar index. If it looks bullish, that'll confirm. Dollar index is lagging. While dollar index loads, let's just quickly. Right there. That's fine. Okay. Dollar index does look overall bullish, but it could take out this low. So overall, I'm going to be bearish going into the day. Now, this is Monday, December 30th. It's going to be a really terrible trading day. So I'm not necessarily expecting previous day's low. In fact, we may not be expecting a trade here, but let's skip to AM 9:30 open. Okay, we already do take out the daily low. Dollar index has room for higher, so I'm still bearish going into the day. So we're just going to have to see if we can find a somehow, some way of protracting the setup. Probably will be silver bullet idea because we already moved a lot overnight. So let's play this out a little bit forward. We take out the lows first. You could take this pre-market lows to highs, but I am bearish. I don't really want to do that. I'll be honest, it's kind of looking like a no trade day. I don't have any objective. We could aim for the wick. This is like, I wouldn't take this on a live account or whatever, but you can tape read this setup. It's a low day protraction. You guys normally like taking those, so we can tape read. Huh. 10-15. Still nothing I would really take here. Try to answer questions while we do this. Whoops. Can you enjoy your day? Wait for. I'm backtesting. I am enjoying my day. How do I find key levels? Watch me. Why you bounce around so much? What are your rules for entry? Depends on the model, but very easy for me. Don't worry. Like I know exactly what I'm looking for. Why is everyone laughing and shit? Backtesting with the strategy. What are the decisions you look out for when backtesting? How do you know about making a decision? Hopefully you can see me, you can watch me break down and make decisions here. So it'll hopefully go down. The dollar index is DXY. What coin? People here are tripping. Um, if you want to take notes, I wouldn't take notes on this. I have a YouTube series where I sit there and I diligently backtest, and I'm still posting on it every single week. Work do that, guys. We're backtesting. How many times do I have to say that this is a back? You guys never seen a back? Yo, I know you guys don't backtest. The amount of people that have joined the live stream, been like, the market's open. You're trading, brother. You ever heard of a backtest? Can't you tell? It literally says trade Zella. Anyway, this is gonna be a no trade day, unless 1050 macro shorts. I would take that setup. 15-minute fair value gap going into the macro. Up there. We'll aim for the higher time frame objective, but it's not invalidated. We just stopped out there, so no continuation. Go to the next day. Tuesday, December 31st. We don't reach that 50% wick. We start trading higher. If we reject off of this level, I'd be bearish. Still, dollar index has room for higher, so it fits the narrative. I don't know where ES is. ES is there. 15-minute chart, the cleanest. So probably check the economic calendar as well. So 31st, there's not really much. We can take out buy side. Dumping. Yeah, I mean, I would take that. Target at least that. So protraction model short, 950 macro. Simple. Trade into fair value gap. I think that's first presentation. We get the inversion fair value gap. Pretty textbook setup for me. Add a contract there. My stop slightly. Wicked out there. See if we had the wrong draw. No, I think it goes straight to TP after. Yeah, so it's unfortunate. We did hit TP after, but I mean, that was a good trade. It can still go lower. I'm gonna see if we get another setup. Protraction short. Looks like it's more of a range day. Wait for 1050 macro. We could try this protraction short 1030 idea. I'm gonna shoot this down here. We'll stay de-risked on this trade. I'm just gonna close it early. I think we're trading chop. Let's go to the first week of January. Let's see what ends up happening here though. If there's any questions. What are you using to record yourself? OBS Studio. Backtesting is where you build your thought process about your trading. Well, I'm not really here backtesting to do that. I'm more here just backtesting to show you guys how I trade. Right? Because I mean, I'm not here to. Oh wait, it's NFP week. That was too fast. 11:46. This is Friday, January 3rd, NFP. The NFP candle. Oh, NFP's next week. You know what? We'll backtest next week too. We're gonna set that up. I thought this was NFP week. I would do alpha first firm. What are the statistics if you look up first? I can't really write trades out of course. You journal every trade you take. You journal after every backtest. I don't journal my backtest sessions anymore. I don't really do that. But it depends on your goal. Definitely depends on your goal. Okay, dollar index was going higher. We were right about that. I think we just skipped to next week. Oh, it's complete. Okay, shoot. We gotta set up one more. Do one more with like the first week of January. We can backtest NFP week. Because that week the week I just traded is technically a no trade week. Let's do a proper one. I don't know if 2 Chains is here, but I may be a little delayed now that I did the wrong week. Can you please tell me sequence for ICT core content months? 1 to 12. Sequence. Right. We're gonna backtest the first week of 2025 to mimic the first week of 2026. It's NFP week. It's the exact same week. So we'll mimic the backtest. How to trade NFP week. Sorry, I had the wrong week open up there. We just make this all black. Canvas. All right. Let's do one more week of backtest, one solid week. I apologize for pretty much wasting myself. I mean, everyone's time on the last one, but okay. Here we are on the daily chart. We've recently taken out the sell side and started expanding higher. If you look at the dollar index, could potentially be breaking lower. Economic calendar, it's Monday NFP week, so it should be no news. 10 a.m. minor stuff. So I think I would be bullish going into today. Oh, I really don't like this price action. So scenario one, we're really bullish, or scenario two, we're gonna flip the daily candle. I don't know which one I'm leaning towards, so we'll just let the intraday analysis do the heavy lifting. We'll see. I answered. I said, yeah, I don't journal all my backtests anymore, but it depends on what your goal of the backtest is. That'll tell you what to do. So when you see some sloppiness like this, just wait for first presentation. I think I want to find a short here, given that we haven't taken any sales. I would normally take this short, but it's so, like, price action is so sloppy that it's not worth the risk. Unless the dollar index looks really bullish. No, it doesn't. So I gotta take that short. This looks really sloppy. If we can break down now. No, he looks like Oregon's gonna be a breakaway. Like a no trade day. I mean, we just went up the entire day. And I'm not here to take bad trades. I want to mimic good trading. So Monday, January 6th. By the way, guys, this is Monday next week. What does ICT mean by opposing sides and ICT tournament? The only one I got. What do you mean by opposing sides, brother? I need the context that you're saying that in. Daily flip, in my opinion. No, I don't think we're gonna get the daily flip. Not anymore. I think it's just a no trade day. That I could trade the PM session. PM session low is. Could look for PM shorts. Org fill. You try PM shorts. Really nothing I want to take now. We're just gonna come. Okay, 15-minute fair value gap. I mean, is it even worth it? I feel like the draw is pretty clear. 15-minute fair value gap. What's one contract risk wise? That's decent. And then if I aim for this, I mean, we could take it half risk. So choppy. I mean, I'd move break even here. Make sure there's no SMT. Oh, there is an SMT. I think it goes lower still. Nope, it does not go lower. Comes all the way back up. Okay, well, I saw the SMT. It is what it is. Let's go back to the next day. Okay, daily chart. Previous day's high. That's what's screaming my name right now. I think previous day's high is a good draw. Dollar index still bearish, so everything makes sense. Let's sync intervals here. Make this easy. This is Tuesday, January 7th, 2025. So this would be like next week, Tuesday. Actually, wait, did I say shorts or long? Pretty bullish, but we definitely could see a short 930. I would take classic model shorts if it forms. No, it did not form, unfortunately. I honestly maybe like this long. Instead. You can try it here. Protraction long. Set this at previous day's high, but obviously that's not guaranteed. Maybe we're definitely bearish. Today. I think we missed the shorts. It looks like it's gonna be a classic sell day. The issue is there isn't really an objective for me anymore. There's not much to aim for. Actually, we could aim for this volume imbalance, previous day low. We get a setup here, protraction short. 5-minute fair value gap. 15-minute fair value gap is forming. 5-minute fair value gap gave my model. From the 5-minute, we get the inversion. I took a trade just like this. When was it, guys? You remember? What was it yet? Thursday on the eval. Pretty simple trade setup. We took literally a trade just like this before. So simple protraction model. Just textbook protraction, silver bullet idea. Trade up to the 5, inverse, strong, speed. Intermarket analysis supports the trade idea. Right, dollar index was bullish to previous day's low, right? So I wouldn't even bother taking another trade there to score the next day. Okay, so it looks like dollar index is bullish. It's going to reach this blue line, most likely, which means we're still bearish. So we're just going to look for continuation shorts here. It's Wednesday, January 8th. Let's check the economic calendar. What's your thoughts on Lucid? Great prop firm. Do you always wait for gold to form higher high? No, it doesn't have to form a higher high. January 8th. FOMC minutes. So we can trade the morning session, but it's safety protocol. I prefer to trade the afternoon session on FOMC minutes. If we take buy side, I'll look for shorts. You can already see how sloppy that morning session looks like. Take some measure of buy side. Yeah, guys, I think this is just come back in the afternoon. That's a pretty good protraction model. Have equal lows. You know what? I'll try it. Pretty textbook. Trade into the fair value gap. Get the inversion. I'll de-risk. Yeah, not bad. We do get stopped. Is that a news candle? No. Deeper retracement. If we reject aggressively, 30-second breaker. I'll try it one more time. Time. 30 seconds. Another protraction. Doesn't really how I would trade it live, if I'm being honest, but S&T there. I think at this point we just break even and see what happens. Because that's an order block. Yeah, it's really sloppy. All right, let's go to PM session. Let's trade the FOMC minutes. Looking for that buy side. We have to wait till 2, so let's skip to 2 o'clock. 2, 3. All right, pretty textbook setup. We're just gonna look for the long. If we take out that low, that's good. Try it here. Oops. Any questions? Market open. Yes, market opens. There's no market today. It opens tomorrow. Okay, check my story out, family. Send me a message on TikTok and then I'll check it out. I feel like we SMT'd my target. No, we didn't. We're just really neutral. We got really close to TP. I may try another long. Final hour, 14:50, 3 p.m. It's really sloppy there. Probably Asia session is gonna take out that red line. We're gonna have to miss the move, unfortunately. Oh, we never took it out. Now we're range bound. Dollar index still bullish, so overall I'm still bearish. Actually, we have to skip this day. Yeah, I'm pretty. It's all gonna come down to NFP, I guess. All right, NFP day. This is the last day of the back test, and then we'll answer any last questions. I feel like these live back tests don't like. I don't even know if anyone's watching, bro. But whatever. I like doing it for myself too. Hoping we don't go down and take out the sell side. If we do, we could look for a TGIF play. Unfortunate. That's quite unfortunate, really. Unfortunate. So ES has some room lower. TGIF, I'd have to see a clean setup. Man, this week was awful, man. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, 1050 macro. Is it a TGIF long? I don't really want to short this. So we get a full continuation. Guys, how much? This was a good short if you were bearish. It's a very nice 1050 macro protraction short from 3-minute gap. Yeah. That's definitely trade setup of the day, but I wasn't really bearish. You recommend TradeZella? I recommend TradeZella. The background color code, I mean, in this back test, F2, 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 F2. Why are you ignoring me? I'm not ignoring you, brother. I'm focusing on the back test. But your question was, what do you look for when picking an FEG for a protraction model short? And why do you wait for these specific things? What do I look for? The most important thing is not the fair value gap. It's the time in which we trade into the fair value gap. Assuming I have my bias and then I see the confirmations after, that's what matters. The actual fair value gap itself does not matter to me that much. It's which time we trade into the fair value gap. So I'll open up the charts. These are the levels I have marked out going into 2026. Previous month high and low, and then all-time highs. And then on dollar index, I want to see if we respect this daily bearish fair value gap. If we do, I expect this on the NASDAQ. Meaning I expect us to find support here. Although, listen, it is pretty 50-50 at this point in time on the NASDAQ. Like, it's 50-50. I'm not going to lie. It could go either way, highs or lows. But if dollar index moves lower, I expect NASDAQ to pull higher. Why TradeZella? The journaling is better. They have seconds by seconds. And in my opinion, the UI and the dashboard, and it's just smoother as well. Right, I've seen the delay. Sorry, I don't understand. No, you cannot trade top step right now. The market's closed. Bro saying a lot of nothing. You're listening to a lot of nothing. It's quite embarrassing, actually. So I gotta go up or down. Yeah, I said currently it's 50-50. It's leaning towards 50-50. There's no clear narrative. You do have to pay for TradeZella, yeah. I am listening to a lot of nothing. You're correct, yeah. Okay, so appreciate you seeing. You're my friend now. Nice to meet you, brother. Mindy, I appreciate you. I've been here since you started alive, and you're saying a whole lot of something. Appreciate you, Motivated Health. Yeah. I mean, it depends who's listening, right? New Year's was great. I almost fell asleep on the couch, but it was great. On a real note, though, so for the people who are listening, just to clarify, if it wasn't clear, I'm leaning ever so slightly towards NASDAQ longs. The reason being, dollar index, dollar index DXY, is still looks bearish. It's rejecting off of the daily SIBI and the order block. I don't know if you guys can see. Let me show you guys on TikTok. Dollar index is still looks bearish. So if this continues, if we don't get a candle that does this, boom. If as long as we don't get that, I'm leaning towards shorts on dollar, and therefore longs on the Nasdaq. Okay, that's what I'm leaning towards. But I don't know. I'm not confident in that just yet. Does that make sense? That's what I'm personally leaning towards. Um, GIF. What? I really like these equal highs as a target at some point. That's for sure. Looks 50-50. It honestly could take December high or low first. Like it's not clear. In my opinion, dollar index is what will make it clear. Backtesting or charting. We did some backtest. I don't know if it was that impactful. Now we're just charting. Can you say it again? Sure. Right now, NASDAQ to me, if you just look at the NASDAQ chart, it looks 50-50. Meaning we're literally inside 50% of the range. And I don't know if we're gonna take the highs or low first. In fact, we could just consolidate it here. I don't know. Like it's not clear. On the NASDAQ. However, on the dollar index, it's dollar index looks bearish to me. Like pretty clear. Like if I was just looking at dollar, it's bearish. So as long as dollar doesn't have a candle that looks like this, right? As long as I don't see this on dollar index, I'm leaning towards shorts on dollar. I'm bearish on dollar as long as we don't get a candle like this. If that's the case, meaning this candle does not form on dollar index, I'm bullish on NASDAQ. That's the game plan going into next week. We have one more trading day. So maybe it'll be telling, or it's probably going to be an inside day, meaning just nothing happens. Like it'll look like this or this. That's my game plan personally. Anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys coming through the live stream. Any last questions? Honest question: what program do you use for trading to make money? I use prop firms. Did I wait 3 months for PA before getting trade? Why would you wait 3 months? Um, which plan I should get? If you just want to backtest, you don't want the journaling, get the cheaper plan and do it monthly. How do you cycle the after 5 payouts? They move you to live rule. Um, you don't. You take a full payout out on payout number 5. Anyone else got a payout pending? No, I got paid on December 29th. Thanks. Perfect. Nice. As long as someone is learning something, that's good. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through the live stream. I wasn't gonna take a day off to start the year, but I have to go call someone who said I would help. So I'm gonna go do that call. I appreciate you guys coming through. Yes, I do trade full time. Have a good New Year's, Gaddy. Fuck now, got my journal all up to date for the week and have done the homework. Perfect, brother. Do Apex ban you after a certain amount of payouts? I don't. I mean, it's possible. Some people have said so. It's possible. In fact, a lot of firms do just ban you from buying evals. But listen, if that's your problem, then that's a great problem to have. Market's open tomorrow. Yeah. So appreciate you guys coming through. I'll see you guys live tomorrow at 9:15. I'll trade my Take Profit Trader funded account, but I highly doubt we're gonna find like an A+ setup. Just putting that out there now. Yes, markets are closed, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. Come back strong. 2026. Set up your journal. Set up your goals. If you don't have goals set, you're already gonna fail. You don't even know what you're working towards, man. If you don't have goals, you don't even know what you're working towards. Any advice? You gotta post every day, bro. Just start posting every single day. You're gonna get hate. Just ignore it. Everyone hates on people who are like new and getting into the space. I think they're just scared of the competition, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's getting more competitive. People are scared. Don't worry about the hate, bro. Just keep posting. Post losses, wins. Post your selfie. Post picture of a duck on the street, anything, just post. I would do the, I would recommend, listen, it's the most expensive one, but if you get the pro annual, that's the best. Like you're saving on the year. It's the best plan if you plan to use TradeZella for the year. I used TradeZella almost every single day last year. So it was definitely worth my money to get the pro annual. Also, it's a tax write off. It's very easy when it's just one payment for the year. So that's what I would recommend. And that's it. Scared of posting? Bro, don't be, fuck those people, bro. Don't be scared of posting nothing, bro. I get so much hate, bro. You don't even know. It doesn't matter. Question: do you think I should document my trade during this whole year? Yeah, I think every single one of you should. Personally, if you're okay with it, I think every single one of you should post content in some way or another. And I'm saying that as someone who's competing in the content creation shit. So that's just me. Anyways, appreciate you guys coming through. I gotta go take a call. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Take care.